I'm Nick Seco from Home Right Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Welcome back to Let's Talk TriState, all powered by Home Right Windows and Doors, the right choice winner in the 2024 Best of the Tri-State. You know this face, who we love and adore, Amy Hicks from the United Way of Franklin County. Thanks for being here with us today. And this gentleman right here, this is an interesting situation for me personally because Blake Truman is the president of the board for the United Way of Franklin County, but is also my boss and the vice president of our standing media.
So happy to be here.
Yes.
I'm glad that you're not nervous.
Not at all. No.
Suddenly I'm nervous.
See, Albert, I never put my hands like this on the table.
I'm the least.
This is like the good student pose right here.
Should be the easiest interview. We've known each other for a while.
I know. And you both are so much fun. But I know we want to talk about the 365 Small Business Initiative, but before we get to that, how was the rest of the Learn and Play Day that you had?
Goodness, we had a ball. So Saturday, was that a week ago now?
It was.
Time flies when you're having fun, right? So we were busy. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh,
yes,
so many kids and families came through the event, and I mean, it was just. We gave away the bikes. That was a huge hit.
Yes.
All the families kind of like close and circle in when it comes time for the raffles.
My family included. They were there.
Awesome.
They were
awesome.
There.
And then so we were drawing because there were, 5-6 bikes to give away. And I was getting nervous because we couldn't draw fast enough.
I remember there was something that kept people, like you guys had to wait a couple minutes you had to grab something.
Everything was registered through a computer this year, which was new for us. Mm-hmm. And everything, of course, everything was going to go smoothly and come right up to the point. And
it always does.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
And so 20 minutes before, I'm like, okay, are we going? And we still have families registering. And as we're getting up to time, and Kelly from my team is typing like a mad woman, trying to make sure everything's ready to go. And ultimately it went off without a hitch, and we had a lot of happy kids.
Of course.
But we had to wait a minute, and waiting's the hardest.
Especially for children. They don't do that well.
No, I don't do well.
Yes, sure.
There's a lot of employees here that don't do well.
This is true. But I wanted to spotlight that a little bit because I know I've told both of you, I was really inspired by that event. That was the first time I'd been to the Learn and Play Day. I heard a lot about it, but it was so amazing how many vendors, how many activities, how much community involvement there really was. And we do those types of events at the radio station all the time, and they're always wonderful. But this one really stuck out for me personally. It was incredible.
I'm so glad to hear that.
It was really amazing.
We love this event, and it's because the vendors, they bring their A game to this event.
Do.
They come out, they've all got an activity. So the kids, they want to move from table to table because there's something to do at every table. And that gives parents time to relax a little bit and talk to people as they go through. So you wind up learning, if you're if you're a parent, you wind up learning a lot about the community that you wouldn't otherwise know.
Absolutely.
I walked through. I learned stuff every year that I didn't know was happening.
I did the same thing as well. And all the activities were the people who were running the vendor tables, they were so engaged with the kids and very involved in what they were teaching or doing. It was contagious. The energy was contagious. It really was amazing. So I'm
glad to hear it.
I wanted to give you accolades for that.
We appreciate that. I appreciate that. There are so many volunteers and community partners involved, and our staff really, I mean, they put their heart and soul into putting this together. And then we've got our the groups that come out to help. You know, Volvo supports it, Wellspan supports it, Capital Blue Cross, and then the local LICC, which is like an interagency coordinating committee. But along with that, you know, it was everything from the guys came down from Letterkenny and in from Chambersburg with the big fire trucks, and they were into it. They had their dog with them, which made our day. And
there was a petting farm.
Then we had the petting zoo. Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. And Foresters brought the great big tractor, and we had the Volvo scoop, and at any rate, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, well done.
Excellent.
Thank you. So speaking of community involvement and support, we're here really to talk about the 365 Small Business Initiative. What does this entail? Walk us through what this should look like.
Thanks. This is brand new. And I took this as a brainchild. I've actually seen it done at a few other United Ways, and I thought this would work well in our community, I think. But it's an invitation to small business to be part of what we're doing at United Way. I mean, as you kind of talked about, we've got an awful lot going on. That was one event. But we've got drives going throughout the year. We've got volunteer opportunities. We've got a reading program this summer. But we recognize sometimes when we're going out with sponsorships to support these big ideas and big activities that we've got, it's a lot for a small business, and it takes time to plan that kind of thing. And so the 365 is kind of an entry point, a way for small business to engage with us, to get recognized for engaging with us, which is, I think, important, and get involved and get to know us a little bit. And it helps our work. I mean, that's the critical piece of it. When we're trying to go out and do all these things, it takes a lot of community support to make it happen. So if we can get small business behind us, it will help in a big way.
Absolutely.
For us to do the things we do.
And Blake, I don't think I've ever heard you sit so quietly for so long.
I have nothing I need to add.
I was going to say, is there anything you want to piggyback on about this?
Well, I think when we were talking, as dual role, since I'm on the board as well, that we're trying to find ways to get more people involved. United Way sometimes is seen in different lights from different communities, and we want to make sure everybody understands that United Way of Franklin County supports the entire county. From big to small donors, we want to make sure that we're bringing everybody in, very inclusive. We're in Greencastle, we're in Waynesboro, we're in Mercersburg, we're in Chambersburg as well, but everywhere in between, Fannett Meadow. So we really want to make sure that the impact goes through the whole county, and as everybody in the county knows, small businesses also are affected by people needing to make sure they have childcare, or and sometimes even more, because if you have a small group like our company where we only have 18 employees, 17 employees. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Okay. So 17 employees. When one person's out, it's hard. There's a lot of working around, especially when you're out.
I mean,
we don't
the whole
even.
place falls apart.
Yeah,
obviously.
we really just close the doors. So if someone needs childcare, if someone's worried about making sure that they have enough food on the table, if that affects small companies, but they may not have large coffers to throw out thousands of dollars. So
the 365 then.
$1 a day.
That's right.
a day.
$1 a day makes a massive impact, and we've really been talking about that. And it's not just a little thing. Like some people may think $365 over the course of a year. This is not like you have to do it in one sitting. You can just pledge to do it over the next 4 months. You can do it over the next 12 months, whatever. Or you can send in $1 a day. Amy would love to count.
$1 a day.
If you want to stop by the office in Chambersburg and drop off $1 every day. But I think the whole point is that it really does make an impact. I think sometimes people think, well, that's not enough. It's not going to do anything. But we've been working on making sure that people understand that everything helps. And little things, because of the relationships that United Way has, because of the other nonprofits abilities in the area to coordinate and make sure that we get scale, $365 does a massive amount of work in the community. It affects people. I know you've pulled numbers that really show that, just a little bit each week will make a big difference in someone's life. And it's a neighbor. It's all coming back into the community. It all comes back. It's not just going to DC or anywhere else. It's going to be right here in Franklin County.
That's one thing that Tiny and I wanted to make sure when we first started doing Let's Talk Tri-State, that we really promoted that. I don't think everybody understands that the United Way supports so many different businesses. It's not just one nonprofit. You're supporting so many different people in the community. And when you say $365, that you could do that once a quarter, but you could do it all at once. You could do $1 a day. I mean, and if you get, let's say, 10 businesses, that's a huge help.
It makes a big difference.
It really does.
It does. When we're trying to support, we're supporting after school programs. We're supporting in some cases, child care programs. We've got a book program that sends out, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library will mail a book to a child's house. Well, for I had it marked down here, but for $7 a week, which is $1 a day, we can support 4 kids through that program. And so, it adds up.
Yeah.
It helps a lot.
Yeah, so when you do this, if you do this as one business, you've helped 4 kids get a head start on reading and get excited about it. That's 4 kids that could be employees one day, or giving back to the community. I mean, this is a big difference. That's 4 people's lives that are going to be changed because you did this, and I think that's a really awesome thing.
That's the important thing. I mean, trying to reach families where they are, whether it's we have the Therapeutic Riding Center, which provides therapeutics for lots of families. We've got homeless shelter. We've got all kinds of services that it's hard to go down the path with one, because it takes a network of services to support the community, because when people come through the door, you want to meet them where they are. You never know what's going to walk in your door from day to day.
I think the good thing too about Franklin County is it is a really tight-knit community, and I feel like small businesses are really going to latch on to this incentive.
I hope so.
And if they decide to do the 365, is there a benefit for the business? What would they receive for being part of it?
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. For one thing, we like to recognize the companies and people that support us. So we're gonna do everything we can to get out into the community that your business is part of our 365 circle. We're planning to put some promotions out throughout the year that recognize the number of any businesses that come on board will be part of our promotions as they go out. There'll be mentions, there'll be visuals helping people see who's part of the group. We're going to give you a sticker you can put on your business entrance so that as people walk in, they can see that 365 and they know. We're going to be inviting you to be part of events. And we know, the thing about it, United Way is a small business. We've got 4 employees. We run like crazy, that's all.
Oh my goodness.
Everybody else is volunteer. Now, we have a lot of volunteers, thank goodness. Mm-hmm. That helps get things done. But as a small business, I recognize sometimes you need a little extra time on the front end to plan for things, because you can't just turn to somebody down the hall and say, hey, get this done when there's only 4 of you. It doesn't work. So we have drives throughout the year that a lot of businesses like to be part of, like the Stuff the Bus for school, like the Winter Warmth Drive that puts food into local pantries. But one of our thoughts with this is being able to get the word out early to the small businesses that are part of this, to give you time to prepare if you want to be part of those. Our May of Caring, which is going on this coming week, we've got, I think, over a dozen, somewhere maybe close to 24 projects going out throughout the community. And a lot of businesses like to take a Friday afternoon and be part of one of those projects. But if you're a small business, shutting down the office for an afternoon doesn't always work. It takes a lot of planning to make something like that work. So the idea is to make sure that the people that are part of this circle have a little time to work with, so they can do this. And the same thing with, honestly, the financial commitment to this. As we've gone out over the years and we've talked to a lot of small business about supporting projects and being part of this or part of that. What I find is the small business a lot of times needs a little extra budgeting time to make a commitment to something like this. So part of what we're doing this is saying, hey, join us now. We're kicking this off. We'd like a strong start when we roll out with this. So come be part of it now. Make your pledge. You can pay it in 2026.
Okay.
Which, often with donations, that's the way that works anyway. It gets pledged and then it's paid over time. So we have a number of arrangements businesses can use to pay the pledge. We want to make it easy for you. But, get on board now. And then,
You have 12 months to.
You got 12
do it.
months to make it happen.
Yeah.
And
At
then,
$1
we'll
a day,
bring you
we'll
back
be
in.
there on Sundays to collect your $1.
That's right. Just
be
like
great.
church.
It'll be great. Just come in. It'll be fine. $7 a week, whatever you like to do. But I think it make it as easy as possible. And then we decided that as a company, because I think this is a really big deal, and we deal with a lot of small businesses in our client base, and we help a lot of small businesses in the area grow, that we wanted to kick in. So everyone that
This is the
signs up
exciting part.
and pledges. So everyone that signs up and pledges before June 30th. So again, you don't have to pay by June 30th. You just have to pledge that over the next 12 months, you'll contribute $365 to the United Way's campaign. We are going to put you in a bucket, and we'll pull one business out, and they'll win a $10,000 advertising campaign from Versandig Media to be able to use to help promote that business.
Which
So
is
great-
amazing.
Whoa.
Great investment.
Super amazing. When I said something to Katie about that, Katie was
I
like,
started calculating.
that's
in my
a lot
head.
of advertising.
It really is. Is that up to the business to decide how they want to?
Yep, we'll work with them and see what they want to promote, and we'll try to craft it, because obviously we do a lot here. So, maybe there'll be an
I was just
interview
going
with
to
you.
say,
Yeah,
if
maybe
that's
you'll-
not incentive enough.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
could come
know.
in and talk to Katie. So, who wouldn't want that? But I think the idea here is that we obviously can only do so much, and we try to support the United Way as much as we can. But this is a way to give back, not only to the United Way, but encourage people to also be a part of it. We have a lot of people here that donate time. You were at the event the other day. I think we want to encourage those small businesses that are our clients to also be a part of the community. And what a better way than offer our services? We'll put our money where our mouth is, and someone will get that advertising campaign. We'll customize it to them to make sure we can build it out. All they have to do is pledge the money, and then they go into the drawing for that.
And you said by the end of June.
By the end of June, yes.
Yes.
That's the goal.
Yeah,
is we
'cause
want to
that's
get a good
when-
start. Yeah.
What we want to do is we're going to build the initial membership over the coming 2 months. And then at that point, then we start promoting. This is our charter membership, and I hope it grows over time as we go as well. But this gift from Versandig, which is huge, provides a nice incentive for a business to come on board. And again, you're helping us in our work tremendously. And so we really appreciate this partnership. Versandig supports so much of what we do. This is a way I think we can, really pull in some local business and do even more.
Yeah, and I think it's full circle, and it helps the community. It helps drive the ability to help with the United Way. There's so many things that it can go towards to help. So I think it's a small business
small
circle.
circle.
It's a small circle of winning. Look at that, and you'll get a sticker.
What's better than a sticker, right?
You'll get to maybe get an interview with Katie.
If that doesn't entice every small business owner, I don't know what does.
So you just got to go to the website for
I was
United Way and
just
make
gonna
sure.
say,
Come on board. You
where
can
do-
call us. Our number at the office is 717-262-0015. We'll be happy to talk you through getting on board with it. You can hop on our website. It's already up and live, UWFCPA.org. Just Google
on the bottom of
United
the
Way.
screen right now.
It is.
Right.
It is. Can you
Well, there it is.
can you get to that through the United Way's website?
If you go to the United Way Worldwide and plug in the zip code, it'll land at us and it'll get you there. You can Google United Way of Franklin County. Chances are if you Google United Way and you're in Franklin County, it's going to come to us anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're not hard to find. We're on Facebook too. So Facebook, Instagram, I forget, all the social media. I try not to be, but...
And then we're going to be
I'm
sending
sure.
this out as well. We're sending out emails about this over the next, the first one comes out this week. And we'll be sending out notifications. We'll be putting up on our social media linking towards them as well. So you will not be able to miss it if you're paying attention.
Yeah,
and
if you're
looking for
watching,
it.
you can find us.
Great. Well, before we wrap up for Let's Talk Tri-State today, is there anything else about the 360 Circle or about the United Way that we haven't covered that you want to make sure that you mention?
If I can put in a quick plug,
Please.
And again, get to know us. We're going to have an event on May 22nd at the Visitors Bureau. It's an evening mixer. It's Viva Volunteerism. It's a way to find out what's happening for volunteers in the community. We just recruited Katie to do some more volunteering.
Do some summer reading. I love it.
And it's a way to learn about us, learn about the Visitors Bureau, but mostly come out, connect with community, have a good time. And so hope to see you on May 22nd and hope that we see you sign up for 365.
Perfect. Well, Amy, it's always a pleasure. We always love having you here. And
Thanks.
Blake,
Blake,
this
thank
was
you.
a pleasure.
It wasn't hard. It was fine.
No, that was great.
You're breathing fine.
Yeah,
That's
thank
great.
you so
Everybody's
much.
still breathing.
We're all good. Thank you so much, both of you, for joining us on Let's Talk Tri-State.
Thank you.
Let's talk Tri-State.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk Tri-State, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.